Hey Alex, have you ever heard about animal migration? It's such an incredible phenomenon.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it, but I'd love to learn more. What exactly is animal migration?
Well, migration is when animals travel long distances between their breeding and wintering grounds. They do this to find better resources, escape harsh weather, or find suitable habitats for reproduction.
That's fascinating. What are some examples of animals that migrate?
There are many species that migrate, but let's start with birds. Birds like the Arctic tern travel thousands of miles between the Arctic and Antarctica every year.
Wow, that's quite a journey. What are some other examples?
Well, the monarch butterfly is another famous migratory species. They travel from North America to Mexico, covering thousands of miles, to reach their wintering grounds.
That's incredible. So, why do animals undertake these long and often challenging journeys?
Animals migrate for various reasons. Some do it to find better food sources or breeding grounds. Others migrate to escape extreme temperatures or to avoid predators.
I see. What are some challenges that animals face during migration?
There are several challenges. First, they have to navigate long distances without getting lost. Some animals, like birds, have an incredible sense of direction and can use landmarks or the Earth's magnetic field to guide them.
That's impressive. Are there any other challenges?
Yes, animals also face obstacles like harsh weather conditions, lack of food and water along the way, and threats from predators or human activities. Migration can be physically demanding and dangerous.
It sounds like a tough journey for them. But do all individuals of a species migrate, or are there variations?
That's a good question. Not all individuals of a species migrate. Some species have what we call partial migration, where only certain individuals or populations migrate, while others stay in the same area year-round.
That's interesting. So, it's not a universal behavior for all animals.
Exactly. Migration patterns can vary depending on the species and their specific needs.
How do scientists study animal migration?
Scientists use various methods to study migration. They use satellite tracking devices, banding or tagging animals, and even studying their DNA to understand migration patterns and routes.
That's cool. It must be exciting to discover the secrets of their journeys.
Absolutely! It's a field of study that continues to reveal new insights about the incredible abilities and adaptations of migrating animals.
I'm inspired, Emily. Learning about animal migration reminds us of the amazing natural world we live in.
I couldn't agree more, Alex. It's a testament to the resilience and adaptability of these animals. We should appreciate and protect their habitats to ensure the continuation of these remarkable journeys.
Definitely, Emily. Let's spread awareness about animal migration and work towards conserving their habitats for generations to come.
That's the spirit, Alex. Together, we can make a difference. Hey Mark, have you ever thought about how animals communicate with each other? It's fascinating how they have different ways of conveying messages.
Yeah, it's really interesting. What have you learned about animal communication?
Well, let's start with vocalizations. Many animals use sounds to communicate. For example, birds sing to establish territories or attract mates, and dolphins communicate with clicks and whistles.
That's amazing. I've also heard about body language. Animals use their body movements and gestures to convey messages. Like when a dog wags its tail to show happiness, or a cat arches its back to display aggression.
Absolutely! Body language is crucial for animals to express emotions and establish social hierarchies. And speaking of communication, did you know that some animals use chemical signals?
Chemical signals? That's interesting. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Ants, for instance, leave pheromone trails to communicate with other members of their colony. These trails help them find food sources and navigate their environment.
That's fascinating. So, they're using chemical cues to send messages. Are there other ways animals communicate?
Definitely. Visual displays are another form of communication. Peacocks, for example, flaunt their colorful feathers in elaborate displays to attract mates.
Ah, yes. I've seen those beautiful displays. They're truly captivating. Are there any other examples of visual communication?
Many animals use visual cues for communication. Think about the tail feather displays of birds during courtship, or the warning colors of some insects to signal danger.
I see. So, animals have multiple ways of communicating. It's more complex than I thought.
Absolutely! Communication plays a crucial role in their survival and social interactions. But it's not just about one method. Many animals use a combination of vocalizations, body language, chemical signals, and visual displays to convey messages effectively.
That's impressive. It shows the richness and diversity of the animal kingdom. I find it truly fascinating.
Me too, Mark. Animal communication is a vast and fascinating subject. It reminds us that communication is not exclusive to humans.
You're right. It's a reminder that we share this planet with incredible beings. We should respect and appreciate their ways of communicating.
Absolutely, Mark. Understanding animal communication helps us understand their behaviors and the intricate web of life that surrounds us.
I'm inspired, Sarah. Let's continue learning and appreciating the different ways animals communicate.
That's the spirit, Mark. Together, we can deepen our understanding and foster a greater appreciation for the fascinating world of animal communication. Hey Alex, have you ever thought about animal ethics and their welfare? It's an important topic that raises questions about how we treat and care for animals.
Yeah, it's something I've been reflecting on lately. What are some ethical considerations when it comes to animals?
Well, one aspect is animal rights. It involves recognizing that animals have their own inherent value and deserve to be treated with respect and compassion.
That makes sense. So, how does animal welfare tie into this?
Animal welfare focuses on the well-being and quality of life for animals. It's about ensuring that animals are free from pain, suffering, and distress, and have their basic needs met.
That's important. What are some examples of contexts where animal ethics and welfare are relevant?
There are several contexts to consider. For instance, let's talk about farming. Ethical farming practices prioritize providing animals with appropriate living conditions, access to natural behaviors, and humane handling throughout their lives.
That's good to hear. What about animal welfare and research?
In research, it's crucial to ensure that animals are used ethically and that their welfare is carefully considered. Alternatives to animal testing should be explored whenever possible, and strict regulations are in place to protect their well-being.
I see. So, ethical considerations are taken into account, even in scientific research involving animals.
Absolutely. Another context to consider is entertainment, like circuses or marine parks. It's essential to question the ethical implications of using animals for entertainment purposes, and whether their welfare is compromised.
That's a good point. What can individuals do to promote animal welfare?
One important aspect is responsible pet ownership. It involves providing proper care, nutrition, and medical attention for pets, and ensuring they are treated with kindness and respect.
Responsible pet ownership is crucial. What about preventing cruelty towards animals?
Preventing cruelty involves being aware of and reporting any acts of animal abuse or neglect. It's about speaking up for animals and advocating for stronger laws and regulations to protect them.
I agree. We should all play a part in ensuring the welfare and well-being of animals.
Absolutely, Alex. Every action we take, whether it's in our personal lives or society as a whole, can make a difference in promoting animal ethics and welfare.
It's a reminder that animals deserve our care and consideration. We should strive to create a world where their rights and well-being are respected.
I couldn't agree more, Alex. Let's continue to educate ourselves and others about animal ethics and welfare, and work towards a more compassionate and responsible approach to our relationship with animals.
That's a great plan, Emily. Together, we can make a positive impact and advocate for a better future for animals.